massive Patreon members. I'm so excited to see you here in our extended live for today. If you did not see that, you may want to go watch that. It is free over there on the YouTubes. I may link them up here, but honestly, it takes a ton of data to cross post, so we'll see what we do with that. We're going to dive into a little bit of the shadowy aspects, though, of things that we do not normally jump into on the Daily Show because, well, it's supposed to be about motivation. And, well, sometimes dealing with our shadows is not always super motivating, but we're moving through a lot of stuff right now. And this someone may need your help card popped up, and just as a special thanks, Angel, thanks for letting me vent at you about things that were going on. um, and that could be why this whole what are we looking for outside of ourself card has been coming into as well. Um, for me personally, lately, I've really been struggling with this need to make this something that it's not, right? A little bit of a backstory. I started the YouTube channel in February. Actually, I started February 14th. We don't celebrate Valentine's Day, so it has nothing to do with that. Of 2018. So 7 years ago, over 7 years ago now. And I did it as a way to, I was trying to make money, honestly, and utilize talents that I had. At the time, I just, it just hit roadblock after roadblock. I'd make a little bit of money here and there, but it was never something that was sustainable, which is really something that I needed, right? It was my way of contributing financially to our life, but um, it hit roadblock after roadblock, right? And at the time, I didn't realize what the real purpose of it was, which had nothing to do with making money at all. It had to do with the fact that, well, I had a lot of messages to say, um, but most of them were not meant for other people. Most of those messages were for myself. And that was the only way that I had at the time to hear those things that I needed to hear. So I channeled them, and I'd go back and watch my videos. I'd have no idea where that shit came from at the time, and I still don't sometimes. Uh, so when I'm doing a lot of these videos, I have next to no recollection of what has come out of my mouth during the show, but uh, I always left feeling like, wow, that was really insightful. I had no idea how smart I was, you know? And in that way, I was planting all of those seeds that I had never really uh, had cemented firmly in my childhood about my goodness and the things I had to contribute that didn't mean draining my cup empty to fill somebody else's, right? And uh, it brought a lot of healing for myself. And now when I go back and look at that girl from 8 years ago, um, I I I don't even recognize her really. It's so far outside of the place I reside now vibrationally that it's hard to connect with that. And and there's a lot of grieving in that process as well. 444. Um, in that letting go of our old selves, and but there's a beauty in it too, because you can look back and go, wow, I have really come a lot farther than I thought. And maybe that's the part that we're awakening to now in this healing journey with ourselves, is the fact that this has been the greatest adventure of the history of adventures. And when I tell people about things that have happened in my life or that I have done, they're like, oh my gosh, you should write a book. And I'm just like, man, it's just same as everybody else's, right? But maybe that's exactly what we should be looking at everybody's life like, the best book you've ever read. And maybe that's what we should be looking at our own lives like right now. So far, this has been the most epic trilogy of life existences ever. And I cannot wait to see what that next chapter holds, even though it's absolutely terrifying and outside of my realm of capability to mentally process. I've gotten to a point now in my healing journey where I can trust the fact that whatever's coming in is going to be for my highest good and the highest good of those lives that I touch every day. And I don't need to charge for that because, well, I love you guys and you're great. So, let's get a few more cards, and now that we've talked about me for freaking 7 minutes, there's a story and everything, right? Let's get into this. This was the card on the top of the deck. What are you grateful for right now? I know I personally am epically grateful to be able to share this space with you, unpolluted by the ads and the grossness that is pervading all of social media and technology right now. Ugh. I want to abandon ship right now, but I feel like a quitter. So I'm just going to put up with it and hose my figurative shoes off several times a day from wading through this shit, right? But right now, we are going to adopt an abundance mindset because gratitude is the antidote to all of our problems. It's impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time because gratitude improves our health, opens our hearts, and changes our state. So I want you to close your eyes with me right now. Put your hands over your heart and think of 3 things that you're grateful for today. Go ahead. 3. And I want you to notice that feeling of abundance growing inside of you as you're listing your 3 things. And if you're done, I have one more thing that you need to be grateful for. And I really, really hope it was really high on your list of your top 3 things. You should always be top of your list of things to be grateful for. The fact you're here, the fact you're drawing breath with me now, and you're here to hear the message that you are loved beyond all of the tape measures in all of the worlds. Just because you're you. There is nothing that you need to do to earn that. But there is something that you have to be. You have to be the love and the light that you want to see in the world. And you have to be it by first showing everybody else how to love you by doing it properly the first time. So welcome to my journey. Thanks for joining me in it as we journey back to figure out what it really means to love ourselves wholly in this holy time. By Patreon. Thanks for showing up. I'll see you tomorrow when we dive deeper into our next daily message. Bye now.